Hello friends, welcome to another discussion on the sacred fire. I wanted to give you some more in-depth understanding about the fire. I have been working with it for over 30 years. And during that time, I have grown familiar with the many different ways that it operates. One of the advantages of the sacred fire has to do with the law of attraction. The law of attraction is an immutable law in the universe. That which is like itself is attracted to itself. And so what you give out, you get back, or what you reap as you sow, or what you are vibrating, you are attracting. And so the law of attraction works in every single situation, no matter what. So you may say, oh, I'm feeling wonderful, oh, isn't it a great day? And you do all these positive affirmations in the morning. But if your emotional body and your emotional feelings are struggling, or in resistance, or in feeling in victim mode, or feeling impoverished, or struggling, or feeling unloved, whatever those feelings are, that is what the universal law of attraction focuses on. Not so much your words, but it's more your feelings, because your feelings are what are generating the frequency that the law operates on. So you can smile all day long, but it is how you're feeling that decides what is being attracted to you. And you can get a lot of things you don't want, a lot of unwanted things and a lot of wanted things. And so there are teachings out there about the law of abundance, and the law of attraction. And I would recommend Esther Hicks or Abraham Hicks for the most accurate teachings on the law of attraction. And she has videos all over YouTube. But what I want to speak to you about is, in those teachings, you must change your frequency. You have to change your energy. You have to stop resisting. You have to stop fighting and struggling, and you have to stop having negative thoughts and negative feelings. And it takes a lot of mastery to work with the law of attraction. And most people are clueless. Even those who know how to use the law of attraction, even all of us, we struggle with feelings that are not harmonious with our soul. Our soul never has a negative feeling about us ever, and our soul is never dwelling in the past. Because we are the avatar of our soul looks at us as a reflection of its future growth, because we are designed to grow. And whatever we are creating on the earth right now is something we will still work with when we pass over to the other side. And I plan to do another video on this where I talk about our family genetics and our lineages that we're born into, and a lot of this idea will be discussed there. But I'm bringing it up here because the only source we have that can help us with the law of attraction, when we are especially attracting things we don't want, is the sacred fire. The sacred fire is pure, holy, untouchable, uncorruptible, and it exists at the center of our universe, or what is known as the great central sun. And as it steps down through different vibrations and frequencies, it acts on those realms in different ways, and it acts in certain planetary areas in different ways. But how we can use the sacred fire is we can use that to help us cleanse out our negative thoughts and our negative feelings, and give us a break from the relentless results of the law of attraction. Because for a lot of people, the law of attraction is continuously bringing them what they don't want. Because if you have feelings that are generating what you don't want. Resistance, I'm wanting abundance, but all I can think about is what is in my bank account. All I can think about is my lack. I want someone to love me, but all I can think about how is no one loves me. Or I want better business, but all I can think about is the struggle. So we are constantly, as how we have been trained and raised through our family genetics, which I'll discuss in another video, but also through our surroundings, we have a mental mind that is trained for negativity. Even when you are sitting in a relatively peaceful state, your mind, which is often called the monkey mind, will run negative scenarios. And those negative scenarios are attached to feelings, and those feelings are generating the law of attraction, bringing you more what you don't want. So I learned this through my years of working with the sacred fire. I can call upon this sacred fire and I ask it to cleanse and purify, dissolve and consume all negative creation that I have generated, past, present, and future, and forever self-sustained. And then I sit in the sacred fire during meditation and I command that to go backwards and clean everything up, to clean up my energy as I'm sitting here in the now, and to go out ahead of me and all those obstacles that my law of attraction feelings have created in the future. I'm asking the sacred fire to smooth those out, to eliminate them as much as possible, to make them bumps and not big potholes. And so the sacred fire is the one tool that we should be using constantly, because it will help buffer the negative effects of the law of attraction. And so that is one of the things I wanted to further explain about the law of about the sacred fire. The sacred fire I have used for healing others, and I have used for healing myself, and those are activated once you actually have the spins working in your body and you are actually working with the waves. And those discussions are in my introductory video on the sacred fire introduction to the meditations. But you can't just sit down and say, I call on the sacred fire, and now try to go heal somebody or heal yourself or whatever. The sacred fire first descends in a pure form. It descends when it's beginning to be activated in you, all the way down to your root chakra, to your down there into the base of your spine, your tailbone, where your first chakra exists. And it activates that chakra as what is known in the East as Kundalini, or fire energy. But that fire energy is coming from the base, or from the animal human ego, third density reality. And so if that fire, that Kundalini, is released without a divine guidance system, the Kundalini can burn through your energy systems, can create imbalance, can create madness, can create diseases, because it's just moving wildly. And all that it has to go on is your own feelings, emotions, and the frequency that you are vibrating in, which is generally more of a lower frequency. This is why we bring the sacred fire in. We bring it down to the root chakra. When it begins to activate your Kundalini, even if you have some of it open still, open now, it will still descend, because it will take that base chakra and it will work its way back up, and it works in a figure 8. It comes back up, it crosses over the heart center, it comes over through the 7th chakra, it comes down and it crosses back over the heart center, back down in a figure 8 into the base chakra, and then continues to go like this. And there are meditations, I will create one, where you can sit in the meditation and just focus on feeling the figure 8. And this is a very good next step from the beginning meditation that I gave you already on just feeling the spin. That was the beginning meditation. A middle meditation, which I will create shortly, would be to work with the figure 8 and allow the sacred fire to move your Kundalini energy, your spiritual life force energy, in a balanced, harmonious way, because the fire is intelligent. It knows exactly how to raise your frequency, how much energy to give you, how soon, which chakras may need tuning. If you already have some of your chakras open, the fire will still move up, and maybe it will tune some of these areas. And that is something that I have mentioned in the introductory video, that you can sit in the sacred fire, and I suggested music, and you can allow it to tune you up. So it's tuning the chakras and it's harmonizing all your frequencies. And I have created a second video which is more advanced, and don't be discouraged if you're not really clicking in on the video, the second video, because it's designed for people who are already feeling some of the vibrations that come off the sacred fire meditation, which means your body is shaking and it's moving and it's spinning and it's going in many things. And when you're going through the portal and you reach the other side, there are frequencies that I have set up with the music there that are designed for you to focus on the music, on the pattern within the music, and let it help you fine-tune the chakras and open the portal, because that was a portal meditation. Open the portal so that you can start dwelling in these higher frequencies. But that's going to take some practice, and everything we do with the sacred fire takes practice. I've been working with it for 30 years, as I said. And once you begin to work with just these basic feelings that I talked about in the first video of xenon waves and vortexual spins, those are just the basics. There are other things that fire will do when you're meditating. You'll have things that will go on with your hands. You'll have patterns and frequencies, and you'll have downloads of geometrical patterns. You'll have downloads and visions of things. You will feel stuff popping and spinning everywhere, but that has been from me working with it for a very long time. So this video is basically trying to give you a little more in-depth understanding about the sacred fire. It can help buffer, as I said, the law of attraction. It can help neutralize your own negative energy that you have been generating your whole life. And it can help buffer the family lineage energy, which I have another video that I am going to discuss on that in detail. And when it's uploaded, I'll link it to this video. But it will buffer the past and it will buffer the future, so that you are now moving through your future in a cocoon of this sacred fire energy. And as you're moving out, this sacred fire energy is cleansing and purifying, dissolving and consuming discord. And that's helping you so that you can start building the positive momentum of the law of attraction, because you really need a way to buffer your negative energy long enough that the momentum from positive feelings and positive thought processes begins to build up. Because once you have a positive momentum going, where your thoughts are peaceful or fulfilling and happy and harmonious, but at least when things come up that are negative, you're not reacting and you're not falling back into these old negative patterns of victimhood, which everybody comes in with the pattern of being a victim. And that is the hardest pattern to let go of. Believe me, I know, because I have worked with this victim pattern all my life, and the sacred fire has really helped to eliminate a lot of what was creating the majority of that negative momentum. So now when something happens to me, like somebody, you know, mistreats you, or somebody, you order something on the internet and they don't, the merchandise comes back broken, or they do a bad job, or people do a bad job when you hire them for a service. Whatever these little things are that you would victimize yourself with, like, oh, they mistreated me, oh, they called me some name, or oh, they this or that, you don't let those things bother you anymore. And there's a lot of other things I could go into that, which I will in the other video. This one is just basically kind of helping you with the sacred fire, because this video is connected to the sacred fire meditations that I'll be putting up on the up on YouTube. And so I think that was the majority of the things I wanted to say. And if you have any questions about the discussions today, please post your comments and questions below. I want you to ask questions so that we can have clarity on what you're doing with the sacred fire. And other than that, just keep meditating every day with the sacred fire, and you will find that eventually your life is going to smooth out. Once you can get those vibrations smoothed out and harmonious, then the fire will really begin to up those frequency patterns that I spoke about that start to raise your body into higher frequencies. So I want to say one more thing before ending. You must raise your body's frequencies. This is not just a mental exercise. This is not just sitting quiet and thinking that you're going to raise your consciousness by just sitting and having a mind, exploration. The physical body, if it is in lower dense frequencies, cannot help you open the chakra portals to higher frequencies. The body must be raised. There is a trigger in the back of the body around the chakra, the heart chakra. That trigger is not activated until you have developed higher frequency patterns in your body. And once you have these higher frequency patterns in your body, there is a trigger that can be like a key in a lock. It can be unlocked, and this frees the spirit to move into higher frequencies. But that's locked, and it can't be opened without the body being in higher frequencies. So you have to take your body into the higher frequencies so that later on you can free your entire consciousness into even higher frequencies. And so that's all I wanted to say for today. And I just wish you the best with this, and I hope that you will be sincere and try and work with this sacred fire. I have been working with it for 30 years. It has saved my life on numerous occasions. It has gotten me out from under all kinds of dark stuff that had come in with my lineages, and that's in another video, or just negative stuff around you. It's cleaned all that out so that you can have a positive life. So I will see you again in the next video.